Alrighty, beautiful. So we are starting. Good morning once again. Yes, I know one of the things you'll be looking at is Dr. Tony, why 7 a.m.? Yes, because as an education consultant, you are like, in fact, you are not like, you are an army in this sector. And that's why I would start by saying you have to take your physical health very, very seriously because you have to be very fit for this job. There are some times that consulting assignment is going to take a toll on you, and you have to be ready to give it what it takes, right? So I'm very conscious about what I eat. I make sure I get my body moving. I make sure as much as possible I get my mental health in shape. I don't hold grudges. I try to let things go very easily because I need you're smiling. Yes, I need quality space in my head to be able to do this assignment effectively. So it may sound very trivial, but hey, it's very, very important. So that's why I'm starting on that note. We cannot afford to just leave anyhow because the assignment is huge, right? It's very, very huge because at this level, you are transiting into the era of having massive impact. Whatever you do, your lifestyle, what you say, how you move, your actions, how you get your gestures, your inactions, everything is very, very powerful. So having said that, I want to ask, I'm going to start with Yetunde. And my question basically is very simple to everyone. So what has been your experience like for the modules that you have watched so far? What has it been like? I mean, just let me know from logging into your portals to having to see my beautiful face to trying to imagine that, oh my God, this is so lovely, or what is this? Whatever your response is, to your learning so far, and then if you have any question for me. All right, Yetunde, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Tony. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Yesunde Dele Abraham. So far, initially, when I tried logging onto the portal, I had issues, but it was
Okay.
quickly resolved by the your work team, which
Yeah,
was very fast. It was fantastic.
thank
So
you.
so far, the learning, well, it's been eye-opening. Some of the things I'm familiar with it
Mm,
due to the kind of people I've worked with.
amazing.
Most of them, you have to be on your feet. You can't even
Mm,
enter the secretary's office without knowing certain things. You are going to get into trouble. So I've come across a few of those things, but
mm,
it's an eye opener for me
mm,
because there are certain things that I didn't know need to be that detailed to be a consultant.
mhm,
Just have to be very thorough. So this is,
mm,
initially you feel that as a teacher you can also consult. I've taught for 40 years, I've taught for 100 years. I can
uh-huh.
automatically be a consultant. But
Consultant,
now,
yeah.
yeah, but now I can
Mm,
see that it actually doesn't go that way because it.
yes.
Trust me, I told Mr. Ewole, I said, Mr. Ewole, I'm giving free services to parents because they keep tapping my brain. And
Mm,
then when I tell them,
mm,
they actually don't, because you don't have the certification, they
mm,
don't get to see the value of what you're giving. They will now go and
mm,
pay
mm.
to get the same thing you have given to them free of charge. They will
Yeah.
pay for it somewhere. So I said, so I think I will start charging this parent for this advice because
It's
I
not,
gave
it's
it.
not a matter of think. You have to start. Yes.
And then she said I needed to get the certification and all that because
Mm,
it
mm,
was sometimes, I won't lie to you, I
yeah.
feel bad when I give advice and
Mm,
they seem as if they are listening, and then all of a sudden you hear, we went to certain place, and then this is, and exactly what you told them they go pay hundreds of thousands for, and they are
mm.
doing it, and I'm like, she, me, my head is not correct
It's
here
because
because
it's because
exactly
it's because you gave them for free, so they don't
free.
value it. Because what you don't pay for, they say when people don't pay, they don't pay attention.
And so I came to the realization, okay, I think I need to take this course. So she told me
Mm,
that you
mm,
need to go take this course so that
mm,
now I understand why.
mm.
Because now you can talk to them in a place of, from a place of knowledge.
Yeah.
Sometimes those advice are coming, they don't look grounded because you're actually not grounded enough. You don't have
Mm,
what it takes, really. So
Mm.
when those people use certain terminologies, because they have the
Absolutely.
certification, they use some
Yeah.
kind of big grammar, even though these students don't know the meaning of this.
Lexicons. Yeah.
Yes, they still feel that, oh, this person is making sense because they are
Mm.
using, terminologies that have to do with the profession,
Mm.
technical terms. So they feel that,
Yeah.
oh, this person knows what they're doing. So that's why
Mm.
I'm actually here. And so far,
Mm.
so good. It's
Mm.
opening my eyes to certain areas that I need to go study more on. So
Yes.
this week I've assigned myself that, okay, it's time to study the Nigerian policy, the educational policy. Before, I don't
Yes.
think they actually review it that much. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen the one in the past, but I think I need to
Yeah.
check if there's been an update anywhere, because a whole lot of things is going on in the government that we are not even paying attention to. They just wake up one
Yes.
day, our government, and they
And
do certain things that you're not
certain
even aware.
exist.
Yes,
Yes.
you're not
With
how
the
yeah,
one
no.
you have with you is for what year?
I think that should be 2026. I think that should be the last one.
That's
2026.
2026. We are not yet in 2026.
Sorry, 2006 or 2004. I'm so sorry. Hey God.
Yes, yes, yes.
When I'm not
It's,
a time traveler,
it's,
can you imagine?
yeah, well, we can, that's why tech is worrying you. You can. Yes, I think that's still the most recent one. It's still that one. So yes, it's the one for 2006. So any question so what module are you right now? And do you have any question for me?
Hmm. I just I'm still on my module 2. I'm
Yeah.
working on my assignment to submit it today
Okay.
so that I can move into module 2. I don't want pile up of
Yeah.
work. It's going to
Yeah.
burn me out.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
how was your module one assessment questions? How was it like?
module 1 assessment questions, they were good. Like I
Mm,
said, I'm
mm,
familiar with a few of those things, so
mm.
the questions came in easier for me. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the other modules will look like. I'm feeling like the module 2 questions are kind of related to the first module questions and all that. So
Okay.
so far so good. I'm still good. So let me see
All
what
right.
module 3 and the rest will hold for me.
All right, amazing. So good to hear from you. So, what's the quality of the video like? What's the quality of the materials like? Because this is also an opportunity for us to get feedback.
The materials are good.
Mm.
It's actually easy to navigate and all
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
it's workable for me. I don't have to
Mm.
struggle. In fact, once I put on the laptop, I've um structured my password there. It just goes into
Mm.
the it's easy to submit assignments. I like
Mm.
the fact that you can save to drafts if you're not done with your assignment.
Oh,
For some
great.
courses, you don't have that. You have to go work on Word and then go copy and paste to send. But I like the
Okay.
fact that I can actually draft my work.
Mm.
So I can actually do directly, I can answer my questions directly on the platform and
Oh,
copy to
beautiful.
Word if I want to have a copy of it.
Yes.
Yes, I love that
Yes.
about it. So I don't have to keep
Mm.
going back and forth. I can do my assignment directly.
Oh,
So that's
awesome.
a plus for me.
Beautiful.
It has saved me a whole lot of
Beautiful.
having to
And that's the
stuff.
reason why we also say you should also send a copy to the Gmail, because we've had situations where the website crashed twice. That's background
Oh,
story.
and then
And
even
we
you
had to
people lost.
pay. I'm telling you, we had to pay it. Oh God, don't even go there. When tech wants to show you shege.
Ah,
But it's just beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. Okay, so all right, Olivet, your hands is raised. Is that a mistake, or is that intentional? You may want to
Sorry, that
unmute.
was a mistake.
All right,
I
okay,
wanted
thank
to
you.
do something else. Thank you.
It's okay, fine. All right, Kofo, over to you. The same question applies. Why did you say?
No, no, no. I'm sorry. I am actually
Okay,
doing two things at once because
I
I need
can
to
imagine.
step out of the house.
Yeah.
So I was in the kitchen. So I was coughing
So
from the fume from the kitchen.
so when people's video cameras are off, that's what happens.
That I'm just confessing.
They can be cooking beans and doing other things at the same time. All right. it's, it's
All right.
understandable,
So
right? Okay, is it that
can I
place?
turn the camera?
Yes, you can turn off the camera. Is it that place that me too I'm going later in the day? Is it that place?
No, 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 not even there. Not
So you're
even there.
not
I'm not
coming.
going there.
Okay, all right.
No,
Turn
no,
off
I
your
won't be
video.
there. All right.
Turn off your video. All
Okay,
right.
so for me, the experience has been a very interesting one. All right, so for me, it's a great eye opener.
Mm.
And most times when I look at the terminology, they were just as the former speaker spoke. Yeah, that's Yetunde, right?
Yes,
Just
please.
as she spoke. I'm quite familiar with some of those things, but then you just don't know what the names are.
Mm.
So then it kind of drives home the point. You tend
Yeah.
to know that, okay, so this is what aspect,
Mm.
this is what this relates to, this is what that relates to, and all of that.
Mm.
So it's been an amazing experience, honestly.
All right.
And I felt that it was detailed.
Okay.
So it's actually detailed, so you get to go in depth, you understand what you are reading, and it's been amazing. However,
Okay.
I have there are some times in which I go through the course and I'm a bit confused. This is
Oh,
me being
really?
honest, all right? Yes, not confused. Most times when I run courses like that, there are 1,000,001 questions on my mind.
Okay.
I'm someone who asks a lot of questions because I'm trying to look at the course and I am picturing in real life how I can
Mm.
apply what I
Yeah.
am learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am looking at it and I'm like, okay, so if I want to start this, don't mind me, like I just jump to the end. Like, how can I? Because at the end of it all, the reason why we are all doing this is basically because we want to, at some point, become
Yes.
an educational consultant.
Yes.
So I am
Absolutely.
looking at it and I'm like,
That's the minute.
okay, so this particular, what aspects do I want to really focus on? I am seeing like three aspects. I'm seeing like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, and then I'm thinking to myself, how do I get to juxtapose it? Can I actually do all the three at once? If I want to start off, yes. I read in the course that you can start off maybe offering your services for free, yeah. But then I look at it and I'm like, okay, how long does it take for me to offer for free? Is it that offering for free? Is it for me to just develop my expertise and all of that? Just like yesterday mentioned about the Nigerian policy too, I've been so concerned, especially with the jam thing that happened recently. I've been, questioning a lot of things, asking myself questions that, okay, this jam, is it even necessary for children to be writing jam? That if they don't write jam, what will happen now? Like, jam is causing more heartache than even, it's causing more heartache for children than you can possibly imagine. So I'm in that space where I'm thinking, okay, if I am called today to come and work on Nigerian educational policy, what are the things that I want to integrate? How do I even get to know, or how do I even get to that point where I am called to do that? These are
Mm.
I'm silently asking my questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I even get to
Yeah.
the point where I meet somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and then how do I even grow to that point where I
Mm.
understand the policies so much
Mm.
and I'm able to provide solutions? I see you stating over and over again that for every challenge that the school presents, or whoever it is that you're serving
Mm.
presents, you must
Mm.
be able to provide lasting solutions. So you're not just talking about, yes, okay, this is happening. What is the solution? And I'm like, hey, God, okay, if they tell me that this is happening in their school, how do I get to that point where I'm able to confidently beat my chest and say, go and apply this? Just apply it and then it will work. And they come
Mm.
back testifying. All right.
Mm.
Yeah. Then
Mm.
another question I have on my mind is the fact that, okay, um how okay I just missed that question now.
All
Usually I
right.
write my questions down, but today. Okay, so in case I remember, in case I remember, I will
Yes.
I will drop it before the
Yeah.
end of the session. But so far so good.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing. But so that
Awesome.
area of confusion is not from the course. It's from me thinking
Okay.
ahead and trying to apply it into real life.
Yeah. So
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, beautiful. So, two things I'm going to say. Number one, it's not just about you attending the course, there's the mentoring and coaching aspect. And that's why the course is premium. Okay. It's not just about you doing the course and say, oh, I'm done, I've gotten my certificate. That's why we also have like an alumni group. A lot of people do tell me that, "Sorry, I mean, you are doing this is way too much for what they paid for." But I am also big on making sure that, I mean, at a point in my life, I was tired of touch and go. I don't know if you know what touch and go means. Touch and go simply means you train, you're not able to measure impact. Everybody, I don't train, you begin to the waka. Anything you do with it is your business, right? So that's why we have the alumni community where you have the opportunity to continually ask questions, engage, and all of that. That's number one. Number two, it's also, so all the questions you're asking are actually very, very key. That means learning is taking place, because when you are learning and then it's kinds of generate questions within you, that's beautiful. And that is why, as an education consultant, you are a researcher. You can never be done with research. The way I read it, you don't even want to go there. I read like there's no tomorrow, because every consulting assignment has its own unique solution, right? In as much as you have, that's why the place of niching down also matters, because whilst you are like, in medicine, we have general practice, GP, then within that general practice, you now have doctors that are specialized. But it's important that at least you have that foundational knowledge to be able to offer general solutions. However, there's a particular, and that's why the alumni community, I'll keep saying it, we have people we have 70, close to 70 members now, and we have nothing less than almost 40 niches represented. So it's a matter of you saying, if you have a consulting assignment and you don't have the specialized competence, the alumni group is there. You announce, oh, but take the job, oh, because you need the money. You bring it to the community. You look for somebody else that has that core expertise, because this program is rigorous. You know that, I mean, anybody that has gone through this, you know that the person is very good. Throw it open to the, collect your commission, give the person the his or her commission, and everybody is fine. And then, collaboratively, like they always say, two good heads are better than one. And so, more importantly, lastly, the WhatsApp group is there for engagement. So it's not just for announcements or communication. So when these questions come up in your mind, so that you don't lose touch on them, drop them there. Be sure that I would answer, and then other people would also answer. So it's meant for engagement for this cohort, so that as they hot, you are not losing the steam on those questions that are coming up in your mind. You get my point. And then lastly, the way life is designed is that the more you take the step, the clearer your path. If you don't take the step, you don't know what is possible. If you don't take the step, you don't know what is obtainable, right? And that's one thing that I would always say, that even me, though I've had 11 years experience in education consulting, I would tell you that every single day I'm still learning. Every single day I'm still learning, right? So I hope that answers your question to a large extent, Kofo.
Yeah, it does. Then I can remember the question I wanted to ask. So
Okay, amazing.
the question I wanted to ask here is I said, okay, you mentioned the fact that okay, you have to attend conferences, educational conferences, all right, that would help you, enlighten you. You also talked about podcasts. Okay, that one is even easy to get. You can readily just go to Google Play and get that, and then listen to that frequently. So I checked out some educational conferences, but then they didn't look like, I don't know. So just like I wasn't able to hold onto anyone. So I wanted to
Mm.
ask, are there ways in which we know where these educational conferences are taking place? Because yes, you mentioned maybe by the time we finish and we join the alumni group, then you will have the opportunity to get heads up, to have heads up on upcoming educational conferences and all. But then, is there a way in which you're able to source, just to plan yourself? Because I know that really life is about planning. Okay,
Mm,
you're in a space where you can tell yourself that in the next 3 months, I want to attend about 5 educational conferences. When
yeah.
you do that, how do you source for those conferences? Where do you source for them? And how do you even know that this one is the one I'm supposed to attend that will benefit my life? And not that I will go and waste my time
With my
and then
money
come
and my
back home
time.
one exactly wondering what did I just do to myself? So
So please, everybody, I'm going to pardon Kofo. Kofo is like this. Before Kofo joined this program, I answered question for almost 1 hour, and she was giving me back to back, and I love it. Right. So, well, interestingly, sincerely, when I started off, there were a lot of conferences here and there, especially physical ones. But for some reasons, I mean, the economy is not funny. It's not it's not smiling. So everybody I mean, there's a huge cut down on physical conferences, and that's just the truth. Even me, that's why I had to spend huge amount of money and moved basically all my trainings online. I'm telling you, the only physical conferences that I attend now is when I'm invited to come and speak. Because you won't even break even, let alone make profits. So, however, um, one of the things I've also done is I try to join groups, whether so search out what I will start with search out for educational groups on what's it called now on Facebook. Just type education administration or education this or whatever. You join those groups. Um WhatsApp groups, although the WhatsApp groups are usually specialized. So when the way with the algorithm works is that when you begin to search for those things, it will begin to present it to you. That's just the truth. And sincerely, it's been a game changer because you meet people, you network, you leverage. So yes, like you said, not every training or every conference is meant for you. That's just the truth. Because I've had my own fair share. I've attended some and I'm like, what am I doing here? Why did I waste my money? And all of that. But you still have to, I mean, the fact that there is a fake goes to say there is an original. So there was also somehow that you found me, you are also already in one, at least take one that is very quality, right? So take solace in that. And, you know, but basically, it's you prioritizing what you want to learn per time. Like I always tell people, I don't jump on every conferences. You can't see me everywhere. I don't jump on every. Do you get the point? So, but one of the things we also do, if you follow the WhatsApp group very well, we share events, we share. So, it's just for you to also pick the one that you feel is relevant, leave the one that you feel is not relevant. So it's more about you being able to decipher, identifying what you want, choosing those ones that you feel or you instinctively or you logically, then also carry out your research, check out for how you want to go about it too as well. And I think that would be fantastic. Oh no, Mr. Joseph, you made it. All right, we'll come to you. We'll come to you. Olivet, over to you. It's your turn. Okay, before you speak, Olivet, your mic is muted, so you want to unmute your mic.
I forgot. Good morning once again.
Good
The
morning.
learning has been serendipitous. When I started, I
Hey
didn't really...
Jesus, see that English. Please explain what you
Serendipitous simply means surprisingly pleasant. It's been surprisingly pleasant. When I started, I came with an open mind. I didn't really know what to expect, but it's been awesome. It's been insightful. It's been impactful. Just like my colleague said, you will think, you will think, okay, I mean, they have been in the education sphere for a very long time, but there is always another dimension, a higher dimension. So it's been amazing, learning so much about education consultancy. And also, like they said, when we started, there were hitches trying to get into the modules and all that, but it was sorted out. And the feedback, the response is on point. Not just that they will respond, they will tell you, in case you have any other challenge, just get back to me. When you succeed in getting it, let me know. That was awesome. At least knowing that there was always someone to attend to you, that was huge. Then the module one went hitch free. Like Yeti said, the the assessments, the pattern and everything, it was awesome. It was a huge improvement from just going to work, coming back and all that. I loved that bit too. So all in all, the LMS is very user friendly. You don't need a guide, you don't need anyone. Even they get back to me, yes, I got back to tell him that I've gone in, but I've not needed to get back to him on anything again. And I love that about that. There's this independence, and I value that. You don't need to stress someone that you don't know how their day is going about everything. I love that about the app. Thank you. Then the module two, I don't know whether it's just me. I'll be reading, I'll feel like, am I repeating what I've done before? Is it wired that way? Okay, yes, thank you. You're smiling. So I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Does it keep going over and over again?
Yeah.
I felt like I wish I could just copy and paste, and I will look at all of them at the same time. It was actually messing with my head, but I will check. I say, no, I'm right. I'm in the right place. So I said I will ask about that when I get
Yes.
here. But
Yes.
Letty is my, so I'm right. It's not just.
Yeah.
So all in all,
Yeah.
it's been awesome, and is one of the best learning learning management systems I've ever been on.
Oh,
I
amazing.
love
Amazing.
that.
Yeah.
So I've been very busy at work.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I've not been able to do my assessment. I said I would do
Yeah.
that today. So
Okay.
after that, I'll move on.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So the reason why, model 1 and 2, this is the idea for anyone. I mean, this is my third decade of being an
Yeah.
educator, like I always say, and people say, when do you start teaching? Well, I started teaching as a teenager. And if there's anything, it's to bring you from known to the unknown,
Okay.
right? And it's not about rushing the learning, it's about helping you to be able to soak in the fundamentals, because you're going to get to some modules. It's because people are just in module 2. You're going to get into some modules and you're like, hey, God. In fact, you have to watch the video 3 or 4 times. But it's very important, we give you a soft landing. Like I keep hearing, oh, some things are conversant with it. And that's the idea. That's actually what I wanted to achieve with the
Yeah.
first 2 modules, so that you don't feel like a stranger. You don't feel this is absurd. You don't feel overwhelmed,
Mm.
right? But I promise you, it's about 8 or 9 modules. As you go further, you are going to see the reason why I said what I said.
So
But
maybe,
it was just intentional. Yeah.
okay. So at a point I reasoned that okay, maybe the reiteration is to
Yes,
drive in this point. Maybe this point
exactly.
is very important. And
Absolutely.
right, Abby.
Yes.
Okay.
When you want to build a skyscraper and when you want to build a bungalow, the
Mm,
foundation will not be the same.
yeah.
Yet you are saying something on mute. On mute. Your mic is muted.
We didn't get you. We didn't
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh, I said the foundation needs to be strong. Oh.
Yes. So when you are building a skyscraper and you are building a bungalow, you can't use the foundation of a bungalow to build a skyscraper. The building will collapse. You understand? So that was the whole idea. So as you get into module 3, module 4, you then begin to get the main meat. By the way, you know this course is in 3 levels, so you are still on the basic level. So there's still a whole lot more to learn. A whole lot more. The whole of module 2 is about the business of education consulting. I mean, you start cashing out if you start applying. That's why I was just smiling when Kofo was saying, how will I now start? But because of the kind of, and level 3 is about how you can begin to consult across multiple states, multiple countries, and even have trainings internationally. Because these are all the things that I have experienced. And I'm not ready to hold back anything, because if I hold back all the information, we yep now. Because this is one of the things that I want to leave, for my world, even when I'm no more. So this is not the first time. This is like the 3rd time I've had to redo the course, because I understand the implication and I understand, why this course has to be this excellent. You understand? It wasn't easy. Even recording the video, I had to get a makeup artist. Because the excellence and the depth of the work, and it's as though I'm in your room talking with you, Shay. So it's a lot. You don't even want to understand the technicalities behind it. But the good thing is, I mean, you are there to enjoy it, right? And we also pay huge amounts to make sure that the LMS keep running and everything. So by the time you consider all the costs in time, cost in money, you realize that it's still like a peanut as compared to the amount of work we've put into it. But it's all good. And, because we also have to get, like, the people attending to you, they are not attending to you for free. And we have KPIs and all of that, in place. So let me save you all the plenty gist. There's a lot of work behind the scenes to make you guys have that enriching experience. So yes, we have the only man amongst us, Mr. Joseph. He came in shortly, and I'm so excited to hear him here on the call, because I've actually excused him feeling that he was not feeling too well. Oh wow, he has left. Okay, so I think basically that has been it. If he comes back before we finish, fine. If not, we'll be wrapping up. But all in all, we're wrapping up already. And please, my encouragement to us is, let's go back. Let's make sure that we finish up with what is required. There's a pace at which we want us to work, because, like I said, it's not just about learning about having the theoretical knowledge. We're also looking at the opportunity for us to be able to learn and also begin to practice, right? And that's what we think the alumni community will do for you, because you get to meet other educators that are already doing, stuff with what they have learned and what have you. And please don't wait till you get your certificate before you start bidding for consulting jobs. That's one thing I want to say. Yeah, don't wait. If schools reach out to you, don't even wait for schools to reach out to you. You can reach out to schools, because hands-on learning is one thing that's just it's just beautiful. All right, so Mr. Joseph, if you can unmute, we will really appreciate that. And I don't know if you can show us your face. Really appreciate it. We just want to get to meet you. Basically, where you're joining us from, your location, how has it been like for you? So Mr. Joseph also has a school, a school in a village. His brand name is the Village Teacher. But he's not limited to the village. He does things at the state level with his states, and he's such an amazing mentee. He's been my mentee now for Mr. Joseph, can you unmute? Yes. Okay, let's hear from you. Okay, fantastic. Okay. And so we just want to know how the course has been for you so far, your journey into education sector, and how it has been. Or you're such a strong man. I'm feeling teary. Sorry. I always have, I have this very soft spot for the opposite gender. Please don't just it's not my fault. It's not my fault. When you marry an Odogu Parara.
I know. Okay, good morning, Coach. Good morning. Change makers, fellow consultants in the making and trailblazers. My name is Joseph Effiong, and just like my mentor had said, I've been on this call for 3 years running with her. Yeah, I recalled when I said I wanted to be an education consultant. I said, Joseph, calm down. You need to start somewhere. And I started somewhere. And you see, one thing about mentorship for me is the fact that you might want to do this one, but the fact that she has been through that process, she will know where you have to start so that you gain the clarity and the confidence to get to the level that you actually need to be. So this level, I am here with all amount of confidence because at any time I can comfortably burst into my mentor's inbox and ask any question and get clarity wherever I get stuck. So for me, the learning management system is not new. It's actually very simple. In short, I've done a lot of courses online from great mentors, but how Dr. Toyin is able to do her LMS in a way that is user-friendly. So you go forward, you can come back. So there are some ones that are very difficult for you to come back. So because for me, I'm more of an online person. I love online courses. Like, if not for the fact that the physical classes will give you that touch. So before this morning, I've worked on some courses before I even had to attend this. So the only thing is that I'm in the hospital and I left the notes, my notes for this particular consultancy course. So, but I know that I have gotten to level 4 or so before I got stuck in this fire incident that took me to the hospital. So, but hopefully, before this evening, I should get my notes. But like Dr. Toyin's course, I've told her that before, the way she simplifies learning gets me stick to ensure that I finish everything. I can sit down one day, drink water, eat food, and finish her course. So because there are some courses you do that is boring, but the way she just gets the whole thing, bit size in bits, before you know you are done. And then for me is quite transformative. And just like she keeps mentioning, I'm not leaving her anytime soon. I'll be with her as long as I can. And the part that really endear me to Dr. Toyin is a lot of coaches have worked. Some coaches, let me not say a lot, are always after your money. Yes. But this woman has never been after my money. I don't know how she trusts me that much. I met her on social media, and from social media, even without seeing me, she sent books to me and all of the things. The encouragement, the push is the humanity and the exceptionality in her coaching experience. So because yes, you pay for money, but yes, the value is there. But how about the human connection? So there are coaches that will not have time for you. There are coaches that are too busy that before you get to them to even get to reply your messages, God. Oh. So I weave all of that. And for me, she keeps reminding me that no matter how busy, you can be human. You know, you can be able to prioritize things and have time for the people you truly value. And then how she's able to link her passion to purpose and still make profit and be smiling and showing up, dancing, you know, full of energy is the part that really inspires me, because when I'm learning from a person, I don't learn only from her course. If I'm learning from a mentor, I learn holistically. Every aspect of you. There's a part when we had a class, she was talking about family values. And that was the first time I got to know that you can frame family values and put it on a frame and hang it on your house. That was so striking. I had to research, I had to read further. So for me, it's been a whole lot of experiences. And I know that in our second class, I would turn in my assignment and I'll talk more about what I have learned. But trust me when I say I have learned. And I can't wait to use my own. Seriously, I don't even think I'll finish this first phase before I start using it. Thank you.
Yeah. So just share with us your journey in the education sector. What do you currently do in it? Like I already told
Okay,
them about your
okay,
brand, the village
okay,
teacher.
okay. So basically, I started my journey as a teacher in a village school in a community called Ibaka.
Which
Unfortunately,
state is that? So that
Akwa Ibom State. Akwa
eh,
Ibom State.
yeah.
Yeah. So Ibaka is the remote of the remote village. When we say remote of the remotest, it's actually a riverine area where you have fishermen dominating that area. So I was interfacing with peasant traders and fishermen, and that was just me, a young guy, trying to leave the house, not knowing my path. And then 1,500 naira was my salary. The classroom was a thatch house. The floors were unkept. It was not floored. So I had 50 to 60 children to manage starting from nursery one. There was no toilet actually. So my work practically then was to pack children's feces at the backyard, right? And I did that. And in one occasion, one of my friends in our gathering had to mock me and said, "You are not a teacher, you pack children's feces." So that became a turning point for me. I went back home very depressed, demoralized, and I told myself, whatever it takes, I'll be a teacher, not just a teacher, a professional teacher, and a teacher that is going to make teaching attractive to young ones. So from there, I pushed further, sat for my jam, went into the to study education, got my bachelor degree in
Education, what did you study?
yeah, bachelor degree in social studies education,
Yeah.
and then I went to University of Ibadan for my master's in educational technology, which I finished last year. Yes. So that's not enough for me. I am currently lecturing in College of Education in my states, Afaranset. For me, it's not even enough for me because it's not about the PhD, it's about the transformation, it's about the change, it's about elevating the status of the teaching profession. I have a school in the village, Golden School Sibaka. It's on Facebook. We've been working with schools in and outside Nigeria. We have also been trying to redefine education. Currently, we have a model that seeks to provide an education that pays for itself. How do I mean? We mean that it's an education system that is going to ensure that children are young entrepreneurs, children are young creators, young thinkers. They can create something from that village so that by the time they are out of primary 5 or 6 into the secondary school and they don't have any form of sponsorship, children can produce things that can further their education because this was necessitated because of the environment I found myself or my school is situated. Because it's a fishing environment, people are not interested in long-term investment in education. So, and for me to make education functional, I decided that students will not just come and learn; they will learn with the Igbo apprenticeship model that allows them to have skills, tangible skills like dancing, photography. So we'll partner with people who can make something real, people who have real
Skills.
skills. They
Yeah.
come in, teach them in our local language. Keep your English. Teach them in our local language. We just want them to master the skills, right? So
Keep
don't
your
suffer.
English.
Yeah, we will teach them English, but let them master the
Mm,
skills and then
mm,
so we intend to export these skills and then
mm.
make education once again meaningful,
Wow.
sustainable, and worthwhile. So basically,
Wow.
that's what I do.
Mm.
And on the flip side, I run Be Exceptional Teachers Foundation that seeks to um, transform the teaching profession by encouraging pre-service teachers to be grounded in digital skills and in a way to create financial freedom for the teaching profession, because like I understand, technology can actually give us the liberty to earn so much money as teachers. So that's what I do.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Absolutely. Like you can see now, technology has, but we are from different states. So
Connecting.
I'm
Yes,
telling
sir.
you. So you know, the lady that just dropped off joined in from Ogun State. That's Yetunde. Kofo is on Lagos Island. Olivet is from Abia State. You are from Akwa Ibom. Two other people that couldn't join the call. One person is from Ghana. The other person is from Owerri. So you can imagine we're in different, absolutely different states, and here we are together, learning, sharing, you know, and what have you. So yes, I think at this point we've had quite a lot and we've shared quite a lot. So just some final words from each and every one of us. Final, just 2 minutes, final words. I mean, just anything that drops in your mind. I believe that when people come together, we learn together, we share together, and get better together. So, Kofo, let's hear from you. Final words from you as we sign out this morning. Kofo Rola. Okay. I think she's still boiling beans. Okay, let's hear from you, Olivet. Kindly unmute.
As we sign out this morning, ma'am, I just want to say thank you for your trust in me, for trusting me, even when you didn't know me from anywhere. I really appreciate that. And I will try my best to earn that trust and to return it. Just like Joseph said, I'm not leaving you anytime soon. We are here for life, okay? Thank you, ma'am.
You're
I
welcome.
saw you and I got clarity. I saw what I wanted to see. And I might not have money, but I'm going to invest. I'll walk my talk. I won't just tell you I want you to mentor me. I want to mentor. I would do what I can to earn my place in your space. I appreciate, man.
Yeah, and I'm so humbled, and I will also say I'm always thrilled by your drive. You know, I mean, you wanted to do almost everything. I had to say no, wait, one after the other.
Yeah. I could totally relate when Joseph was talking. I say, hey,
yeah,
see my
I said
club
no,
member.
one after the other, so that you know, even with the two you're on right now, you know, it's a lot already. And that's why I was like,
Yeah.
no, let's just take it one step after the other, because I know that in as much as you want to learn, you were really, really hungry. I mean, when we met in Abia State, you drew virtue out of me. For like 2 days, I was just sleeping and waking up in my house. People drew. I didn't know it was that hectic. Yeah. So thank you so much also for I don't know what you saw, but I'm also, like I said at the beginning, that I understand the gravity of the assignments that God has placed on my shoulder, and I do not take it for granted. And that's why I'm very intentional about every single thing I do. Thank you so much, Madam Oji. Okay, Yetunde, final words from you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Tony. Thank you, everyone. It was nice listening to all of you today. I'm so glad to be a part of this with you all. So, Dr. Tony, thank you. I have a living testimony. I have Soyewole. So she was a selling point for Dr. Tony, because I just saw the changes and all that. So I loved what I saw in her. And I've always been someone who loves to be mentored. Me, I don't care how old you are. As long as you have what I want, I will call you man. Don't worry, I'm Yoruba. We have it like that. If you have what I want, if you are 2 years old, I will give you, because the Bible was very specific about authority. It actually never said anything about age. So I understand the fact that regardless of who that person is, as long as you have something in you that I need, I'm going to come down to every level I can. So here is saying that I have seen your work in someone's life, so I'm here to get it as well. So I wanted to rub off on me. Yes, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to beg for it. So please, I can
Absolutely.
be, due to how I grew up, I can be laid back sometimes. I'm somebody who is very comfortable in my space. In fact, I'm a loner. Let me put it that way. I don't
Wow.
have friends.
Oh,
So
no.
if you don't pull me out, though I'm not a lazy person, I
Yeah.
go out for what I know I need. But
Yeah.
sometimes like I just want to be alone, Jerry. I don't want to. So I'm that person that you
Yeah.
have to drag out. I don't go for
Wow.
events. I even don't like
Wow.
events like that.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
playful, but I don't like events.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
that person you have to come and drag and drag. So this is
Don't
me
worry.
saying, Dr. Doyi, please drag me.
Don't worry. Kofo and I will drag you. At least that's because sincerely, one of the things we also do is try to have like a physical hangout and all of that. But the fact that most of us are from different far places. But yesterday is not too far. So definitely be on the lookout for the hangout and all of that. Thank you so much. I'm also very
So
humbled.
Madam
And
Kofo, drag me. Oh.
don't worry, we'll likely be having a hangout coming up very soon with the alumni members. So I think that should be in June, most likely. So be sure that just make sure we will announce. We are still planning it and all of that. And I also want to say a very big thank you. And I'm so humbled, seeing the result of what I've done in the life of someone, and that has endured you to come close. I'm available. In fact, one of the things like my son will say, "Mommy, I don't want to share you with anybody." I say, "Only if you know how many people you are sharing." But when I'm with him, I always want to be present. But I tell him that no, the way God has designed your mom, she has decided to she has thrown her into the world, so you have to be able to. So sometimes when they come with me for event, they're like, "Mommy, you're so popular, everybody's greeting you," and I laugh. I say, well, that's what my assignment requires, and you just have to accept me like that. But always know that at least I'm your mom, and that's just it. Okay, so Kofo, final words from you. My professor.
Uh, okay. Honestly, I don't even know what to say.
Mm,
But then I want to say that thank you for heeding the call.
mm,
Thank you for all that you do. Because the truth is that there are many people out there who are probably still doubting themselves and thinking, oh, yes, I know that this is what I'm supposed to do, but then am I in that space where I can confidently do it? Am
mm,
I good enough? Am I
mm,
sound enough? Can I
mm,
actually venture out the way I am? I'm still raw. And
mm,
they keep analyzing and over analyzing. Thank you for not over analyzing. Thank you for just stepping out the
mm.
way you were. I'm sure that when you stepped out, you might actually have those thoughts too, and then you just felt whether I have enough or not, I'm stepping out.
I'm
You know.
telling you.
So thank you, because the truth is that if you hadn't hit the call, people like us will not come over to learn from you. If
Yeah.
we wouldn't have seen the possibility of actually being educational consultants. In fact, I think the
Mm,
first time I heard that word was even from you, because yes, we hear about consulting in the medical
mm,
field, we hear
mm,
about consulting in other fields, but in education, it's kind of rare. The
mm.
only thing you hear is teacher, teacher, teacher. If you are not a teacher, you're a lecturer. If you're not a lecturer, you are,
Yeah, it's cool now.
So
Full stop.
thank you. Yes, yes. So thank you for heeding the call. Thank you for pushing it out for everyone to know that there is light in this
Mm,
section. There is a section
mm,
in education that also holds a lot of treasures, because
mm.
learning from your course, I see those treasures and I'm like, I have these very troubling thoughts like, let's take over this education industry. No, no, don't mind me. Okay, I think that will be all. Don't let me keep talking.
So I love the way your mind works, Kofo. I just love it. Some other people will feel it's overbearing, But I love it because you're such a deep person. So you know, I mean, we've known from hey, hello, Stace. You know, we used to attend the same church, and right now we are attending the same church, though different branches. But then from afar, you know, but I love how deeply you are able to resonate with things. I love your inquiry mind. Oh, I used to think I had a curious mind, but for man, your own, I love my heart. And I love it because not a lot of people think that deep. A lot of people now are so superficial. You know, I get feedback about people saying, so many people are making noise out there, but Dr. Tony, you are deep, you are different, and all of that. And you know, you are the second or the third person that has helped to bring me to the consciousness of the fact that I was the one that made education consulting popular in our time. I never owned it, you know, but you saying it now again, because it's a friend of mine now, she's in the US. She said it to me. We had a meeting last week, Friday, and she was like, so you are the one that made me to realize that there's this thing called education consulting. And you saying it now again, I'm like, oh, wow. So I think I need to own this feather and wear it like a cloth, sincerely.
Please take your flowers.
Sincerely, because I just knew that, you know, at the point when I got to know that, man, is this education thing, I can't escape it, right? Because my mom is a teacher, my siblings, I mean, my uncles, my grandparents, my grandfather, so I wanted to run from this thing as much as I could, as in I did all I could, but it just kept catching up with me. You know, I was the only one that failed JAMB in my family, so I had to go in for A levels. After A levels, I was given education biology, and I was like, oh no. But I read a book, The Purpose Driven Life, just in I think my second semester, my first year, and I just discovered that teaching was my number one gift. And at that point, I say, hey, girl, there's nothing you can do about this thing. So the next question I started asking, just like Kofo's mindset, was that, so how can I make this thing attractive? How can I be different? How can you understand? And that was when I was able to sit down and God helping me chart a career path, right? And I told myself that once I clocked the age of 35, I'm going to be a full-time education consultant. I had all this inclination in my early 20s. I think I was even barely 20. And then I started giving myself timelines. And so after my first degree, I finished 7 on a Friday. I started my master's on a Monday. I mean, the other couples were like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I mean, I served in Abia State, like, I mentioned and my classmates are like, you're not even waiting for couples after party. And I'm like, you people don't understand what I'm going through. There's a force pushing me and all of that. And so I started my master's. And then while I was doing my master's, I get to learn a lot about career timelines. And so I told myself, once I'm 35, I wasn't going to work for anybody anymore. And I knew that and because my mom has 2 schools, I saw the rigor, I saw the stress of having to run and own your own school. So I didn't even want anything like that. So I wanted my own school, I wanted my own academy, but of course I wanted it in a different way. And then so when technology came, COVID came and all that, I just moved everything online, and I'm so grateful to God that I made all these decisions. So, of course, yes, like you said, it was not a walk in the park. There were times when, I've had serious, funny experiences, people feeling intimidated, threatening calls, life-threatening situations, just because of this work that I'm doing. But hey, guess what? You know, nobody will come after somebody that is not offering something valuable. So I always know that there's just this thing that I carry that the world needs. And I mean, the devil and every other negative influence just want to do everything to stop me. But guess what? Yeah, I'm unstoppable. And the most important thing is that with my life in Christ and having an understanding of the calling, this is just the beginning. Yeah, we are just getting started, right? And I want to say a very big thank you for that, Kofo. All right, Mr. Joe, before we sign out, our Odogu.
Good. Ah, good, Joe. Good. Calm down.
The thing you turn around to me.
Okay,
I know
thank
how
you,
to
coach.
I know how
Thank
to wine somebody, Abby.
you. Uh-huh.
I beg,
Thank
Abby, you both
you.
woman, no,
Thank
so I
you,
must
ma.
have
Yes,
it
sir.
too.
I know. I know. Thank you, coach. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you do for us. Just like Kofo had said, for answering the call
Mm,
and for choosing to travel the road that is less traveled. Just like she had mentioned, I never used to hear of it, but I recalled saying it repeatedly. One of my teacher who was with me, Godwin Asang, I said, I'll tell Godwin, I said, if I had known better, I wouldn't
mm,
open a school. I would
mm,
be a consultant. So
mm,
whatever you want or desire in life, God has a
mm,
way of bringing the person that is going to give you. So I used to say, you see this village school, I'm not earning much, but
mm,
I cannot limit myself to this environment.
absolutely.
I will ensure that I I use this opportunity
Mm,
to rewrite the story of anybody who has ever had a school in the village. So,
mm,
and that's why even if it's my last couple, of course,
mm.
coach, sometimes I don't even have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to borrowing and just to ensure
Mm,
that I learn, fix
mm,
myself because I know
mm,
that no knowledge is a waste, and
mm.
especially in education consulting where we don't have much of the key players.
Yeah.
When the likes of Toy, the likes of Rotimi, all the big fishes are like on a retirement. So who are the ones that are going to be the active players?
Who told you
So
that we are going to retire? We are not retiring, though. This thing, that's the last breath. Me, I don't think of retiring one day in my life.
okay,
I don't
I don't doubt. I don't
until
doubt
Jesus
that.
call me like this. Maybe I'll
I
even be in
don't
front of the
I don't
screen
I
teaching like
don't
this.
doubt. I
And
don't
I
doubt
say,
it.
after 120 years, I say, okay,
Hmm.
you can rest. That's if Jesus
Okay.
tarries anyway.
So thank you very much. It's just a way to show gratitude and
Mm,
express my deep
mm,
appreciation for God
mm,
for giving me another chance to live.
mm,
Yeah. So that's my utmost happiness, and I'm
mm.
grateful to all the amazing people. Though not feeling intimidated, but I feel blessed to be among great women like this. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Okay, I need somebody to take a screenshot for us. Joseph, do take a screenshot and
Yes,
drop
I'm
it
going
on
to
the
do that
group.
from my screen.
Yeah, so make sure you smile. Yee.
Let me take another one again, please.
Genge.
Please, hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's go. One, two, go.
Before you have
Kofo is
closed
off.
your video.
Yeah, let's go. One to go. Yes, good.
All right, awesome. So
Good.
apologies was because some of us came in late. Usually I always want the meeting to be 1 hour, but because we're also getting to know each other, and I believe it's worth our time. So thank you so much for joining, and it's bye for now. Bye everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you for having us. Bye. Have a
Bye.
great
Bye.
weekend.
And you too. God do your own work. Oh.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye,
Real, ma'am.
you too.